Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Kpop news. AESPA $147 album backlash. Haknyeon Caught. Jennie Hate. NewJeans versus AESPA. Kpop news. AESPA's album sparks backlash. No CD, just the ring.
what's this 147?
Would you pay $147 for a K-pop album?
What?
And no,
What?
not a signed album.
Wait.
Not
I was confused. I thought this was like it was gonna say 147 million or like in
Album price is
I don't
147.
know. Oh no, I never heard of that before. For one, how much you paying for one album? First,
I don't know.
I see. Okay, CD. How much you pay for a CD?
So $10?
CD is not $10. Be realistic.
How much is it?
I think it's more than $10.
Oh hell no! I ain't paying more than that.
I think it's 16 to 19.99
No, it's like
for a
$9.99
CD.
CD.
For an album, if it's the vinyl, I can understand up to maybe $35. But
I mean,
100
honestly, I am paying for music. Period. Like,
well, let's say if we were to pay, what would you think would be the cost?
Well, I did $10.
It's not $10.
Well,
Not
what do you
being
mean?
serious.
I'm
Be
being
serious.
serious. How the fuck
Okay,
an album is?
moving on. You're not serious.
a fan
Very
meeting
unserious.
benefit. Not even a fancy light stick.
With these fucking K-pop albums with 6 songs, ain't no way it's more than $10.
Oh yeah, I forgot. 6 songs.
It's more than $1 a song.
AESPA gave us
Come
like I
on.
think 8, 10.
They drop these fucking albums with 6 songs.
$10.
$10 is too much. It should be
But
$4.99.
maybe,
Honestly,
I don't know if it's like collection, like it come in a box with some like trinkets. You know?
I don't care. Come
A
on,
cup.
6 songs.
Stick. Just a silver ring, a chain necklace, and no CD. Yeah, that's what AESPA is selling, and the internet
What?
is divided. Today, we're talking
Wait,
about
so
AESPA's
is
new
that an
limited
album?
edition album.
I don't know.
Why people are
Limited
upset,
edition
what
album.
fans are saying online,
But no album,
and what I
no
honestly
album?
think about the whole thing. Let's get into it. AESPA is making a comeback with their new single album, called Dirty Work. It drops on June 27th. There are 3 standard versions of the album.
I'm telling you, SM is going broke. They're working these girls. Something is not right there.
They are called Dirty Case, Dirty Worker, and Dirty
Dirty
Code.
Case.
Those cost between $11 and $23, which is pretty normal for K-pop.
Oh.
But then SM Entertainment dropped a surprise. They announced a limited edition ring version. This version includes a silver ring, a steel chain necklace, and the usual photo
Steel?
cards and booklet. But one big thing is missing.
Oh.
There is no CD. And the price, 202,000 Korean won. That's about $147. Even
For
with a 19%
real silver,
discount, it's
okay.
still around
If they put something real silver, buy me a little jewel or something into it, because you can go to what you call the little jewelry stores like Pandora. That's like the running price for those things. But
$119.
it doesn't make sense in this context. So odd.
That's a lot of money for a ring, a necklace, and some paper. When someone posted about the price
Yeah.
on Instas, the comments went viral. Here's what people are saying. One person said, "Still, I think it'll be sold out." Another said, "I do kinda want it though." And someone else just wrote, "Expensive as fuck." A few
It
others
is.
gave more detailed opinions, like,
It's like-
even though it contains a ring, shouldn't it be like 30,000 to 50,000 won? That's around
Which
22
is-
to $36. Another
For a
fan
ring-
said, "It's not
it
like they
depends.
collaborate."
If it's real silver, they can charge a little bit more than that, especially with the customized detailing on it too, as well, to make it more personal.
With a luxury brand. And one confused comment just said, "Huh?" Honestly, that's the most relatable one. Some fans are mad at SM Entertainment. Others still want to buy it, even though the price is shocking. Now here's my take. Recently, I bought 3 albums. Illit's Bomb, Jennie's Ruby, and Ellie Seraphim's Hot, the mini tin case version. All 3 albums together cost me $56.50. Of course, shipping was
that's fair.
expensive. I paid $76 for shipping. So altogether, I spent less than this one AESPA album. And I got 3 full albums. That's wild. Also, I remember when SM dropped that CD player package. It cost around $250, yes. But it came with a
Oh.
CD player, the actual album, and the CD inside. So it was expensive, but at
Oh.
least it felt like you were getting your money's worth.
Yeah,
This
you
new
were
ring
getting
version,
something.
it feels like overpriced merch with no real value
But
added.
that CD cost
I understand.
reminds me
Some fans
of how
say,
much
if you
it
can afford
cost
it,
for my
buy
mom to first buy it when it first was popular, the CD player.
And yes, the brand value of AESPA is strong. It's a collector's item. But still, couldn't it be priced more reasonably? Like maybe $98, or even $89, not $150. Especially when there's
Yeah.
no music included. Not even a CD,
I think if
not even
they
an
kept
NFC
it like
card. It's basically just
$98, I would be more understanding. Okay, it comes with jewelry, some photo cards, and a steel chain necklace.
Jewelry and paper. To be honest, I might still buy the cheapest version, if it comes with a CD. Because I'm old school, I like having something physical to play or display. But this ring version, it's giving luxury fashion price, with dollar store practicality. So, what do you think? Is SM just testing how much fans are willing to pay? Or is this the future of K-pop merchandising? Let me know in the comments. Would you pay 100?
I think, they're just selling merch. So whatever that merch they sell for, the only thing I find problematic is that they call it an album. If they just called it not an album, just merch, ring, package, whatever, no issues whatsoever. I mean, you selling your merch, you price it how you want it. People buy it, people don't buy it. Calling it an album without actually including an album is kind of weird.
But honestly,
But
it's good for publicity because we're talking about it.
maybe they're
I
like
was
giving
talking about merch.
maybe they're giving a voucher to use it to like download the album on iTunes or something.
It could
Because
be.
then you
It
are
could-
getting an album
it
technically.
could
So
be. Yeah.
then
You're
it's
right.
fine. I mean, to me, as I said already, buying albums at this in K-pop essentially is a donation. So however you donate, whether you buy a shirt, an album, whatever, is the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's fan support.
Yeah, it's support. So there's is like it
It's
doesn't
just
matter.
you don't
Yeah.
want to have disrespect. Like, don't disrespect people.
Well, that's not disrespect. You don't have to buy it. It's just support. Because you don't honestly, you can listen to music for free. You don't need to pay for it. So you spending even $1 is donating to the group, to the So how you are donating? If you buy a 147 album with no music on it, or if you buy a $10 CD, or if you buy a shirt, you buy a jacket, you buy a light stick, glow stick, whatever, doesn't matter.
$147 for a ring album with no CD? Or would you rather buy 3
And
albums
what I
and
hope
still have
also too is like authentic, good material things that
It says 927, 925 silver.
Oh, so it's real. So they're getting good, hopefully good quality stuff for their support.
money left for snacks? Either way, aespa's comeback is about to be messy and expensive, and I'll be watching, with my wallet hiding in fear.
Ju Haknyeon bragged about AV star Asuka Kirara response to prostitution allegation.
You were saying that he would
The Jew
probably
Haknyeon
brag to the guys.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He bragged to the guys because probably was his childhood crush or one of the guys' his childhood crush. They bragged about it and they snitched because they got jealous. That's what happened.
Situation just took a whole new turn, and the internet is absolutely exploding. While the boys' former member faces allegations of engaging in prostitution, Asuka Kirara, the Japanese adult film star at the center of the storm, has officially responded, and she's not staying silent. Let's break this down step by step, with receipts, quotes, and all the context you need to
What?
understand the full picture. What
I
even
was waiting for her
I
response.
mean, her name is being dragged into it, so she needs to say
Yes,
something.
Yes.
On May 30th, 2025, Ju Haknyeon was reportedly involved in a private late-night outing in Tokyo that included clubbing and drinking with a group of people including Asuka Kirara, eventually ending the night at Asuka Kirara's home and returning to his dorm the next morning. This was all exposed by Dispatch, who claimed they obtained insider reports and testimonies that Ju bragged
That's a
about
photo,
sleeping
I've
with
never seen
Asuka.
it.
Dispatch report breakdown.
What a
According
big
to
deal.
Dispatch, Ju was out drinking with Japanese male designers and several women, including Kirara. They hit up a pub at
They
1
look
a.m.,
booed up.
then karaoke at 2, and finally a private room bar at 4 a.m. Kirara and the women reportedly joined at the private bar. At around 6 a.m., Ju and Kirara left together in a taxi to her house. They also released this quote from the boy's staff. He bragged about sleeping with her. He didn't come back to the hotel that night. When I asked where he was, he said he was at Asuka Kirara's house. But here's the thing, it gets messier. Legal twist, Ju Haknyeon files a lawsuit. Ju Haknyeon is suing the original reporter who accused him of engaging in prostitution, saying the story was defamatory and false. He reportedly told
That's
his
good.
company.
He should sue. That is false, yes, because this is slander. That is slander unless you have proof. If you don't have proof, you cannot say somebody was committed a crime. That is slander in America. That is slander in Korea. I'm pretty sure anywhere that would be considered slander. There's definitely something to sue for.
100 label. I didn't pay for it. The other men paid for it, but also told the agency. I don't want the boys' members to be hurt anymore. So what exactly did he not pay for? It's still very vague, and that ambiguity is part of the issue here.
The
Asuka
other
Kirara
men
speaks
paid
out.
for
Now
it.
here's the real bombshell. On June 20th, Asuka Kirara herself posted a tweet. There are a lot of speculations going around, but the Shukan Bunchun article hasn't come out yet. Please don't spread false information. I have never once in my life engaged in paid sex acts, prostitution in private. Of course, this time too. A woman who was there for the first time seemed to like.
I mean, that's a little... Okay, maybe I will give it that it's lost in translation.
What's lost? I don't know.
But to say she's never engaged in paid sex is not true, because porn star literally engages in paid sex. So that's kind of lie. But
I don't know what she did to be considered as
adult actress.
adult actress.
Oh, so you're saying just pictures, no
Yeah,
penetration?
because sex act implies to me that you're doing stuff.
Okay, fair.
You could be just posed.
I
up.
I will say that I will attribute this to lost in translation. I will not say that, oh, that's exactly what she meant. That let's say she said, I never engaged in prostitution.
Like Haknyeon, so she had her photo taken and sold to Bunchen. She continued on Instagram. Besides my professional
She
AV
sold
work,
it to. Wait.
Oh, somebody took a photo on a woman who was there for the first time seen like Haknyeon. So basically, Sasang took a photo and sold it.
I have never engaged in prostitution. No matter how much money has been offered, I have never accepted money in
Wait,
exchange for
besides
sex.
wait.
Professional adult video work.
I am not engaged. Okay.
In my personal life. You may not believe me, but this is the truth. I have no idea how such a rumor started to spread, so she's firmly denying that anything happened for money, and even claims that the entire story may have started from a jealous woman who sold a photo to a tabloid. When Dispatch tried to follow
Didn't
up
I
with
tell
Kerala,
you a
even
suspect
invited
was
Japan for
following him? You don't
That's-
see that?
That's
And
exactly
she
what you said.
said, "Ooh, heartbroken."
That's exactly what you said.
And she was
interview.
going her leg back.
She
I get
reportedly
paid for
stopped
that.
responding. So it's possible she's done talking to media altogether. Maybe to protect herself. Or maybe just because she's had enough of the narrative being twisted. My
Or
honest
she may
thoughts.
be getting her legal team together.
Yeah, she
Hello.
gonna sue.
Now let me keep it real for a
She
sec.
should.
I feel genuinely bad for Asuka Carrara. Yeah, she used to work in adult entertainment, but that doesn't
Yeah.
automatically make her a prostitute. That's a massive assumption people love to make, and it's honestly messed up. Think about it like this. A lot of adult actors, especially in the US, have talked openly about separating their work and personal lives. Their job might be
Yep.
adult films, but that doesn't mean they're out here selling themselves in private. That's like assuming a movie actor who plays a thief is out robbing banks on the weekend. Make it make sense. The
That's a
idea that
good
just
example.
because she used to be an AV, she must be a sex worker in her personal life too, is honestly so stereotypical, even if something did happen between them. I personally believe it wasn't transactional. It could have just been a messy hookup, but calling it prostitution without proof, that's dangerous and damaging. People say, well,
I think to me, whether he paid or he didn't pay for it doesn't even matter. I just think it's not something they will be able to prove. Because we talked about it 3 times already. Like, to prove is a very hard thing to prove, especially when both parties are saying that not what happened must have been the third party in the room who can say it did happen, because otherwise you can't prove that.
she used to do AV, so it's possible. Yeah, but that logic can haunt her for life. Even if she's just friends with someone, that part of her past will always be brought up. That's the kind of stigma that makes it impossible for someone to move on and live a normal life. So if you ask me, I don't really care what Ju Haknyeon did or didn't do. He is grown man, so we are not body to dictate what he can do with his personal life, as long as it is legal and consensual. But Asuka Carrara, she's the one who might never be able to escape this. Even if she's telling the full
She will be fine. Okay, we gotta stop. This is the least of
Well,
her
no,
worries.
because she has to live with that. Like, that's
Live
her
with
life. That's
what?
probably literally her life. If she has kids, her kids go to school, there's parents telling their kids, don't play with those kids.
She's a porn
That,
star.
that's her.
A little prostitution
no, she said that's
accusation
her
is the-
past. That's the past.
Okay, a little
She
prostitution
said she's no
accusation ain't gonna do
longer
nothing to her. No.
doing that. Now she's just an influencer. But there's no way you can shake stuff off of you. It's like, once you're an alcoholic, you're an alcoholic for life.
Right, but she's not alcoholic.
No, but she cannot just say that she was never a porn star.
Right, so she already has that. So the little prostitution accusation is nothing to her. This is, to me, this is, of course,
No,
she's to
this
sue
is
her
major
for
to
it.
her because, of course, it does affect her money. She can't go and say, I want to be in Disney. She's not brand friendly.
I mean, she wouldn't be able to be in Disney anyway because of her past.
Yeah, so that doesn't escape her. That's her life.
Right, but had the past, the adult work already don't escape her. So this
But
is
you
not gonna
know-
add
do
anything
you know
extra
how
to
they
her.
can really prove it to everybody?
Oh,
If they're actually in a relationship with each other.
I mean, cool, yeah, they are. Good for them.
Because I don't think it helps, like, even if it was a one-time thing, it doesn't help him, it doesn't help her.
Whoa, who
Because they're always gonna
cares?
presume, because no, obviously the people who are writing articles about this, that's what we're talking about. That's why it matters.
What's gonna happen? He's gonna sue the company. He's gonna win, and everybody's gonna get vindicated. That's what's gonna happen. Or the company.
Yeah, but they don't move on the same way they were before.
I think they will.
No,
full
he's
truth.
out the group.
Drew Haknyeon Caught leaked photos with porn. So we just talked about this. What else is there to say?
Well, that photo did gag me. Because we were
Alright,
thinking,
K-pop fan,
were there any
buckle up because
evidence?
this Ju
That's
Haknyeon
not evidence
ex
of
Oscar
anything.
Carrara situation just went
Like we knew they
nuclear.
were together.
After
I
weeks of
never
back and
seen this
forth,
photo.
I didn't need to see the
lawsuits,
photo. They said they were
denials, and
together.
vague statements. Japanese tabloid
But
Shukan
the
Bunshon
thing is,
just dropped.
no, because all we heard is that they were at the club and they were very close to one
Yeah,
another.
they're here at the club.
This is the club, but this looked like
Yeah,
at,
they're
at
at-
a home, like late. Because remember, it said this to me, okay, because everyone was asking, did he go home? And he wasn't home. He
He
turned
went
back
home
like
in the
6
morning,
a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
This is like morning. This is like morning time. Woke up and we snuggled. Like,
Okay. So clearly shows it's not paid. It's not transaction. They're really into each other.
Well, we know, but the thing is, they were not saying that they went home together either.
They were not
they're-
denying the sex. Nobody denied the sex part though.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever
Mhm.
denied that. The money is being denied,
Mhm.
not the sex. They had sex as a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we were so focused on that.
No, because they said they went to a back room.
Oh,
Remember?
the private room.
Private room. This is all in the context that we were in the club.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that
They did say
went
the private
back.
room.
They
did say
went back to
private
her
room, yes.
place
And
because everyone was asking, oh, where was he last night? Like, he didn't come back home.
to me,
Where was he? That's why he had to tell his friends what he was doing. Well, not his friends. His
to me, the
coworkers.
fact that one day it's private room, then it's going
Yeah,
home, it
that's
makes
what
it
I'm
even
saying.
weaker a case.
But
Because it's like
then-
people just coming up with shit out of their asses at this point.
No, it's
Yes.
just showing that
They don't know
people
what the fuck
not
happened.
Being honest either.
What?
They're not being honest either.
Exactly. The people are lying because they don't know what the fuck happened, so it's just coming up shit to come up shit.
Them too on their side.
No,
because
they're
now we
not
kinda had
saying
to,
what they did.
Because now they kind of had to explain this photo.
But okay, but they're not saying, they didn't say, oh, we're in a private room, then the next day, oh, we went home. They're not the ones saying that. It's people that are coming up with shit, making up facts. That's why the case is getting weaker and weaker by the hour.
Dropped alleged photos of Ju Haknyeon
We
and
don't see
Japanese
the
AV
same
star
thing.
Oscar Carrara. And let's just say, the internet is on fire. So here's the situation. Ju Haknyeon recently sued a 10 Asia reporter for spreading rumors that he paid Oscar Carrara for that thing. Oscar herself also
For
spoke
that
out,
thing?
saying they did meet, but she didn't sleep with him for money. But now, these newly released evidence photos from Japan show a man fully masked and hatted, basically unrecognizable. But fans are convinced it's Haknyeon, since he already admitted they met in Japan. The images show them in what fans call intimate body language, which immediately set off alarms in K-pop land. Meanwhile, his former agency 100 label released a firm statement defending why they kicked him out, saying, his actions damaged the dignity of the artist, causing interference with group activities. They referenced Article 6, Section 3 of his contract, basically saying, yeah, dating a porn star as a public idol, not gonna fly. And netizens, whew, they are not holding back. Check these comments. I feel terrible for his fans. I can't even recognize him in the photos. But if he
Yeah.
admitted it,
I think the
yikes.
company's gonna
He was at an award-
win, but the reporter, I guess, I don't know. If they're saying that it was prostitution and it wasn't, I could see that being a case more than the case against him and his company.
award show in Japan, and then decided to do this? Bruh, nasty. Isn't he scared of STDs? It doesn't look like he was just there. They look super close. Of course the company had to let him go.
Scared of
This could have
STDs,
broken the
what
whole
fuck?
group. So what? He fell in love with a porn star. That's what happened. LMAO. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, Dispatch entered the chat and claimed that Ju Haknyeon allegedly bragged about sleeping with Oscar Carrara at her house. Yeah, we're in full-blown scandal territory now. While some fans are defending him, most seem to agree. These photos, plus Dispatch's claim, are enough grounds for removal from the group. Whether he actually did anything illegal is still up in the air, but this situation already torpedoed his idol image. What do you think? Was the contract termination fair? Or do you think idols should be allowed to have private lives, even messy ones?
They can have private lives, but not messy ones.
Why?
Not messy ones.
Why people are hating Jennie over spicy wings and why they're wrong?
Oh.
So apparently, some keyboard warriors woke up on June 19th and decided, hey, let's cyberbully Jennie for crying over spicy chicken. Yep, Jennie, Blackpink's Jennie mind you, appeared on Hot Ones, the show where you literally suffer through hotter than hell wings on camera, and did what any normal human with a non-cyborg tongue would do. She struggled, she winced, she cried, she said she couldn't hear, and suddenly the internet turned into Gordon Ramsay on a hate-fueled power trip. Let's break down the clownery. She's so cringy, OMG. She's almost 30, act your age, not cute, yeah. She's the fakest idol ever. Oh really? Let me get this straight. Y'all are criticizing someone for having tear ducts and taste buds. She cried because she was in physical pain from a sauce probably made in the pits of hell. And your reaction is, she's faking it. Be serious. Context,
I
which
think
clearly some of you skipped.
Because in South Korea has one of the spiciest spices, so they feel like you should be able to take it.
I don't know.
Like a mandatory reading assignment. Jennie has said multiple times, for years, that she cannot handle spicy food. Like, it's a whole known thing. If you were even remotely a fan, or had spent more than 2 minutes on Blackpink content, instead of just clipping 10 seconds for hate,
This
you'd
is
know
not
that.
the show for
This
her.
wasn't her pretending to be cute. This was her
Yeah, if you know you can handle spicy, I don't know why I go on a show like that.
literally dying inside, while being force-fed Carolina Reaper level wings on camera. And to the genius
Yeah.
who said, she's almost 30, she shouldn't act cute anymore. I'm sorry, is there an expiration date on expressions now? Is there a law that says women over 25 must stop being expressive and instead sit emotionless like a tax accountant at a Monday morning meeting? Or do you just get off on age-shaming
this?
idols like it's a full-time job? Reality check. Crying over spicy food isn't being fake. Showing emotion isn't trying to be cute. Being 28 isn't being a lifeless mannequin. Let's be real. Half of you couldn't survive mild kimchi without your entire skull sweating, but here you are, judging someone for reacting to the final boss of hot sauces. Make it make sense. If your hot take about Jennie involves words like fake, cringe, or too old to act cute, maybe the problem isn't Jennie. Maybe it's you, sitting behind your cracked iPhone 7, tweeting out hate from a mattress on the floor, while an actual global superstar is out here surviving bar bomb for content. Please, log off, drink some water, and maybe try a spicy wing yourself before running your mouth next time. Because Jennie handled it better than you handled basic decency. Let Jennie cry over her wings in peace. You're not edgy for dragging a woman for reacting to something spicy. You're just kind of sad.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a slow news day.
People just drag. I don't know.
There's nothing to be dragged for.
Yeah, there's nothing to. What is there to talk about? Yeah, she ate the wings. The only thing I can say, if you can't handle spice, I don't know why you go to a show like that. It's like, if you're afraid of spiders, why are you gonna go into a spider's nest? It's like same thing. But she can do what she wants. This is stupid. Did NewJeans really boost aespa's fame? What?
There's a heated debate going down in the Korean online community, and it's got fans of AESPA and NewJeans in a full-blown comment war. It started when a pan post went viral for asking a simple but loaded question. Would AESPA still be as famous if NewJeans hadn't come along first? Now, the
So I guess this is the argument is that, oh, did BTS boost popularity of other K-pop groups? But I don't think NewJeans is on BTS level to have that impact.
original poster actually disagreed with the idea, writing, even without NewJeans, AESPA would have secured a place among the top-tier girl groups. But that didn't stop netizens from diving deep into the timeline and comparing both groups' careers, success, and influence. Let's unpack what people are really saying, and whether this comparison even makes sense. aespa debuted in late 2020, 2 full years before NewJeans, and right out the gate, they made noise. Their debut song, Black Mamba, broke records for fastest debut MV to hit 100 million views, then came Next Level, a cultural reset, Savage, chart-topping and award-winning, Girls, Spicy, Drama, and now Supernova, all major hits. They had endorsements with luxury brands, performed at Coachella, and even landed Forbes mentions, all before NewJeans entered the chat. Fast forward to 2022, NewJeans debuts under Hybe's A-Door and shakes up the K-pop scene with a completely different concept, minimalist, retro, fresh. Some netizens believe this sparked a girl group renaissance and re-centered public interest on female idols. And yeah, that may have made the market more favorable for other girl groups. But did aespa need that? That's where fans start pushing back, hard. What the fans are saying.
I
One
guess we'll
top
never
voted
know.
comment said, aespa rose to fame because they deserved it, period. If they were only doing well thanks to NewJeans, then wouldn't the other Hybe idols, who said they were unfairly overlooked after NewJeans' decline, be top tier like aespa too? Another added, since their debut, aespa has never not been in the top tier. And this one really struck a nerve. Just look at how Bang Si-hyuk always tried to undercut aespa. They were always a threat to him, and still are. So, to many fans, this isn't about NewJeans helping aespa. It's about aespa surviving and thriving in a system that often tried to overshadow them. And they still came out on top.
Yeah, I don't know. It's stupid. This.
Yeah. Then why is this even a conversation?
Yeah, I don't. If anything, if you want to say Blackpink helped aespa, okay, we can talk about it because of they kind of made K-pop more famous in the world. Sure, BTS helped aespa, okay, yes, we can make that argument. BTS paved the way to sure. NewJeans never reached that level, and I don't know what we're talking about here. It's at this point. Bunny's just desperate for something, I guess, because they're losing in court, so they're desperate for a W somewhere. I don't know. It still make no sense.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.